Walter Rodney, a name that echoes through the halls of history. Born in Georgetown, Guyana in 1942, he was more than just a scholar. He was a visionary, a fighter for the working class, and a revolutionary voice that spoke truth to power. From a young age, Rodney's brilliance stood out. As a teenager at Queen's College, he was an exceptional student, earning a scholarship to the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. By the time he was 24, he had completed his PhD at the School of Oriental and African Studies in London. His dissertation focused on the Atlantic slave trade, an early testament to his lifelong commitment to understanding Africa's history and exploitation. In 1972, Rodney published his most influential work, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. This book shook the academic and political worlds alike. He exposed the true cost of European colonialism, how Africa's wealth was systematically siphoned off, leaving nations broken and impoverished. His arguments resonated not just in Africa, but across the world, igniting debates on economic justice and post-colonial power structures. But Rodney was not just an academic confined to lecture halls. He was an activist, a man deeply connected to the oppressed. In 1968, while teaching at the University of the West Indies, Rodney was banned from Jamaica for his radical ideas and his work with the marginalized, including the Rastafarian community. His return to the Caribbean from a conference in Montreal sparked what would later be known as the Rodney Riots, a powerful uprising that rocked the Jamaican government to its core. Rodney's activism extended beyond the Caribbean. In Tanzania, he helped shape the intellectual foundation of the Dar es Salaam School of Thought, which challenged imperialism and demanded a re-evaluation of decolonization. His influence spread far and wide, and his message was clear. True freedom meant dismantling capitalist exploitation and empowering the working class. But as with many revolutionary figures, his journey was cut short. In 1980, at just 38 years old, Walter Rodney was assassinated in his hometown of Georgetown. A bomb exploded in his car, a political assassination that robbed the world of one of its brightest minds. To this day, his death remains unresolved, though many suspect the involvement of state forces. Rodney's legacy, however, lives on. His work continues to inspire activists and scholars globally. His ideas on colonialism, economic exploitation, and the need for a united working class resonate louder than ever. Today, we are called to remember Rodney not just for his academic brilliance, but for his uncompromising belief in justice for all. Walter Rodney reminds us that the struggle for freedom and equality is ongoing. His life and his sacrifice challenge us to keep questioning, keep resisting, and keep fighting for a more just world. Are we ready to answer that call?